First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So in this lesson number 1, we are going to see introduction about the topic heights and distance. So friends, heights and distance is one of the most important topic. Those who are writing for SSC exams and also for railway or some government exams where heights and distance is one of the most important topic, right? If you are preparing for a bank exam, only for the bank exam, so heights and distance topic is not needed. So friends, before solving a question, you should know what are all the formulas are there to solve a question in heights and distance. And there are some notes, right? What you need to know what is called as angle of elevation, angle of depression. So let me see all the 4 points, and then in lesson number 2 we can solve a basic question. Lesson number 3, lesson number 4 we can solve some of the toughest question. So before solving all those questions, you need to be strong on the concept. So once you are strong in the concept, then solving all the question will be so simple, right? So friends, first point is trigonometrical ratios. Before solving a question, you need to learn the trigonometrical ratios, which is most important, right? You need to learn this tabular column. Tabular column is like tan 60 degree, tan 30 degree, which we have learned in the schooling itself. While we are doing 10th standard or 11th standard, in the trigonometry topic, we used to learn this. What is tan 45? What is sine 60 degree? So now you need to learn this tabular column, right? First point is trigonometrical ratios is important. So this tabular column is most important. And the second point is right angle triangle. So friends, solving each and every question in the topic heights and distance, it's based only upon the right angle triangle, right? You need to know the concept of right angle triangle 100%, because every time while drawing a diagram, by seeing a question, definitely a right angle triangle is formed. So only by using a right angle triangle we need to solve a question. So I think it is also basics, right, which we have seen in many videos, like a right angle triangle, definitely one angle will be 90 degree. And most important thing, if it is a right angle triangle, sum of 3 angles should be equal to 180 degree, which is most important. Listen here, if one angle is 90 degree, right? If it is a right angle triangle, one angle will be definitely 90 degree, and this angle is 60 degree. Example I am saying, if one angle is 90, another angle is 60, then definitely this angle will be 30 degree. Why? Because only then if you add all the 3 angles, the resultant should be 180 degree. So 90, 60 plus 30. So resultant will be 180. Or otherwise, if this angle, example I am saying, if this angle is 50 degree, then this angle will be 40 degree. So got it, friends? So you need to remember one of the most important note is sum of 3 angles of a right angle triangle, 1, 2, 3. So sum of 3 angle should always be equals to 180 degree. If it is a right angle triangle, then definitely one angle will be 90 degree. Got it? Right. So next point is you need to learn all the 3 formulas, right? What is called as adjacent, and what is called as hypotenuse, and what is called as opposite. Some students will used to say this is as a base and this is as a perpendicular. It is your wish, but you need to learn the formulas perfectly. Where sine theta is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. That means opposite divided by adjacent. Similarly, cos theta, tan theta. So you need to learn all the 3 formulas. If it is cot theta, right? So totally there are 6 trigonometrical ratios: sine, cos, tan, cot, cosecant, secant. So if it is a cot theta, you don't want to bias that, because a reciprocal of tan theta will be cot theta, right? Tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. If they ask what is cot theta, a reciprocal of this, adjacent by opposite. So you don't want to learn all the 6 trigonometrical ratios, just learn only 3. What is sine theta, what is cos theta, and also what is tan theta. So friends, first of all, trigonometrical, for the first point, trigonometrical ratios, you need to bias the tabular column. And second, right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle, you need to learn all the 3 formulas, and also you need to know what is hypotenuse, which area is hypotenuse, and which region is opposite, and which region is adjacent. So remember that adjacent can also be called as a base, and similarly opposite can also be called as a perpendicular, right? And next is sum of 3 angles of a right angle triangle should be 180 degree, and one angle will be definitely 90 degree, right? So next is angle of elevation and angle of depression. So let me move on to point number 3 and point number 4 now. So point number 3 is angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is nothing but, let me take an example. Assume that A and B is the tower, right? A tower height is 40 meter. For an example I am saying. So height of the tower is 40 meter, and a man is standing at point C, and this man is looking at top of the tower. Friends, listen carefully. From the point C, a man looking at top of the tower. So if the line of sight is increases, then it is called as angle of elevation. Friends, got it? A man from the point C, he is looking at top of the tower with an angle of 45 degree. Example, I am saying with an angle of 60 degree. So it is called as angle of elevation. Angle of depression is same example. Let me take here is tower which is a 40 meter. And listen carefully, a man is standing at top of the tower and looking at the object at the bottom. Friends, got it? In this case, a man standing here and looking at the top of the tower. In this case, a man is standing at the top of the tower and he is looking at object something at the ground level, right? Which is called as angle of depression, right? So this is called as an angle of depression. This is called as an angle of elevation. Just to understand the concept, you can take like if the line of sight, where the line of sight is increases, is called as an angle of elevation. If the line of sight decreases, it's called as an angle of depression. And another important thing is angle of elevation should be noted here. If it is angle of depression, for example, a man standing here and looking at the object C with an angle of 30 degree, then listen carefully, angle of depression always lies outside the triangle. Friends, got it? So this point determines angle of elevation, but angle of depression should be noted here. Most important, angle of elevation is inside the triangle. Angle of depression will be outside the triangle. Got it? And next is, it is just a note I am saying, right? If one angle is 60 degree, we already know that it's a right angle triangle, then definitely it will be 90. And in the basics, just now I have told that sum of three angles should be 180 degree. One angle 60, another angle 90. So definitely the last angle will be 30. Only then if you add all the three triangles, that is all the three angles, it will be 180 degree. So got it, friends? Next is angle of depression. Listen carefully, the most important concept. If the angle of depression is 30 degree, then note down that this angle will be 30 degree. It's called as a transversal. They used to say one concept where the line AC is parallel to BC and another point. So it's called as a transversal or something. You don't want to learn those concepts, right? Only thing is, if angle of elevation is 45 degree, assume that if the angle of elevation is 45 degree, then what you need to know is this region angle will be 45 degree. Got it? If this angle is 60 degree, for example, they are saying a man is standing at the top of a building and looking at a car at the ground level with an angle of 60 degree. So note 60 degree like this. Next step is, if this angle is 60 degree, then the opposite angle, this angle will be 60 degree. If this angle is 60, we already know that right angle triangle, one angle will be 90. So the remaining will be 30. So sum of three angles of a triangle will be 180 degree. So friends, got it? So the thing you need to learn here is, if it is angle of elevation, angle lies inside the triangle. Angle of depression lies outside the triangle. Once you draw the angle 60 degree here, next step, from this point make an angle of elevation which is 60 degree. Got it? Another important notice in this angle of depression and elevation, let me do one thing. Assume that A and B point, which is 120 meter, is the height. Then C. Yes. Listen carefully, friends. For an example, I have drawn this diagram. Assume that this is A, B and C. And at a point C, a man is standing at point C and looking at top of the tower with an angle of 45 degree. Right? Got it? So a man is standing at point C and he is looking at top of the tower, and the tower height is 120 meter. If they are asking what is the distance between C and B, right? So what is the distance of C and B? In this case, listen carefully, if the angle is 45 degree, right? If the angle of elevation is 45 degree, then definitely AB is equal to BC, which is most important. Not to make any mistake, because you don't want to waste the time in the exam instead of calculating this. So if the angle of elevation is 45 degree, where opposite and adjacent, both the distance are same. Got it, friends? Most important, if angle of elevation is 45 degree, if the tower height is 120 meter, then the adjacent will also be 120 meter. If the tree height is 40 meter, then the adjacent will also be 40 meter. Only if the angle is 45 degree. So this is the basics to solve the question in heights and distance. So only thing is, you need to learn the tabular column, first of all, trigonometrical ratio. Second is, you should know the basics of right angle triangle, and then you should know what is called as angle of elevation and what is called as angle of depression. If the line of sight increases, angle of elevation. If the line of sight decreases, angle of depression. And angle of elevation, angle will lies inside the triangle, angle of depression lies outside the triangle, right? And sum of three angles of a triangle should be 180 degree, and one angle will be definitely 90 degree. And this is another important note, that if the angle of elevation is 45 degree, then the opposite and base distance both are same. So friends, in lesson number 2, let me solve some of the basic question in heights and distance. Lesson number 3 based on two angle, let us elevation, two angle based on elevation and two angle based on depression. And then lesson number 4, let me solve some of the toughest question in lesson number 4 and lesson number 5. So thank you so much for watching this video. So if you really like it, share this video to your friends so that your friends can also learn this. Bye.